Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a true comparison video right now. Over here, I have the 2014 Camaro SS. And over here, well, you know what that is. That's the brand new 2015 Challenger with the Hemi. And Nathan, you're standing next to a 2014 Mustang 5-liter. So what are we gonna do with all these three cars?
Well, we have a little tiny bit of time, and what we're gonna do is a real quick matchup.
And that is coming up next
On the Fast Lane Car.
Hey Nathan, these cars are remarkably similar. So which of the three has the least horsepower? The least?
The least. The RT does. It has 375.
375 horsepower. How about the most?
The Camaro.
The Camaro has the most?
426.
426. And what's the Mustang come in at? Come on, let's go, let's go.
No, 420 horsepower.
420 horsepower. What say you, Nathan?
You know, it sounds damn good. I've always loved the sound of the new 5-liter, and you know what? It's just, it's mean and it's sharp. It has a real sharp sound.
Visceral, huh?
Yeah.
Visceral. All right, Nathan, we are in the Mustang. What's the damage here?
Okay, this is the Mustang GT with the 6-speed select shift auto. And with one option group, it comes out to $41,510. It's according to the sticker, which we have with us. Fuel economy, combined 20 miles per gallon. This has the leather package and a couple other things, but for the most part, actually that's a little pricey, isn't it? It's over 40 grand.
You know, they're all in the $40,000 range. I mean, these cars are remarkably similar. And the Mustang, I have to say, is starting to look a little bit dated, but that's because this is the last year of this particular model. Of course, we know that. There's a new one coming, but it's not out yet, so we test what we got.
Yeah, it would be funny if Chrysler got their hands on the brand new one. I have a feeling we wouldn't be at this event if that were the case.
There we go.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it does sound really good. That 5-liter.
Whoa!
Well, there we go. We're testing the suspension, Nathan.
That suspension is awesome. Actually, did okay.
I did okay, yeah.
You meathead, don't do that again.
It was very controlled.
Yes.
You know, it's a bounty of riches. You know, all three of these cars are just phenomenal. You can't find a lot wrong with the engine note. You can't find a lot wrong with the engine, but I can find a lot wrong with this.
Yeah, you know, Ford was doing pretty good with the design, the look of the interior. Beautiful. I always thought it was good looking, but the actual materials that they have on the doors and whatnot, it's just remarkably cheap, especially once you sit in the Dodge. And even in the Camaro, it's pretty cheap on the inside too, but it's actually a little bit nicer physically touching than the Ford.
Yeah, and I do like the steering wheel, Nathan. I do like you said, the design of it, but I'm not that enthralled by the materials that Ford uses, unfortunately.
Yeah, but hopefully that's going to change with the new model. You know, everything we're saying about this car, you guys can always say, hey, you know, the new model is going to be different, and we know that. But the bottom line is that where this car is and what it does, I think that it's still a damn good car for the money, and seats are relatively comfortable.
I mean, Nathan, we have a closed road ahead of us.
Is that a closed road in front of us?
That's a closed road.
Oh my goodness gracious.
In sport mode, and I'm just going to floor it. We're just going to let the car do the work, right?
Now, yeah, and remember guys, impromptu, 2 people in the car, 500 pounds worth of weight, just so you know.
Just so you know. I'm going to rev it a little bit. There we go. Got a little bit of wheel spin.
It's nice. You know what I mean? It doesn't kill you.
And there's 60. Look at that.
5.55 with 2 people in it. Bottom line, this is actually a very quick car. One thing I really like about the Mustang, compared to the other two, this is the smallest. It's definitely the most compact, and it feels like it's really light on its toes. Like, does it not feel very, I mean, like really tossable? Yeah,
it does. It feels like it's the most sports car of these three, because let's face it, these are now muscle cars, right?
Yeah, these are muscle cars.
Yeah, this feels like the one.
It's a pony car. And,
Yeah, well, you get into the argument.
I know, and then everybody gets in the argument about it.
But let's say this is the one that feels like it would be the most at home on a track. So let's sum up the Mustang. I think it's definitely the smallest, least amount of room, but at the same time, certainly has some of the most panache. I mean, this is
point and squirt, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It really, and I've taken these on tracks. Still one of my very favorite track cars ever that you can buy, drive every day, and put on the track is the Boss 302. That is just an amazing, amazing car, and I really hope Ford brings it back. Hint, hint.
You know, it's the most powerful, but not the loudest.
No, well, for one thing, they won't let you rev past 4,000 RPM when you're in park, which makes sense. They don't want you to destroy the engine. But it's very, very quick. It just zaps up to 4,000 RPM almost instantly. It's very, very trigger happy.
And it gets raspy.
Yeah, it's a little raspy. It's not as sharp as the Mustangs, and it's not quite, well, it just doesn't really feel the same as the RT, but I'll tell you, it still sounds pretty good.
All right, Nathan, we are now in the Camaro. And the thing that strikes me immediately is this is a much more...
Intimate?
Yes. I was going to say low visibility. I mean, this is like, if you're gangsta, this is the one you drive, right? Because you are down low, you are in this car. You do not sit on top of it. You do not sit, anywhere except for inside of it, and deep down inside.
Yeah, you might as well be known as the U-boat commander.
I like this car. I like it a lot. It is the most powerful. How much does it cost?
Total price on this one is $40,585, so it's a little bit cheaper than the Mustang GT.
Yeah.
And it comes with, it's about the same amount of stuff, including the 6-speed automatic transmission. Now, by the way, we've been hearing a lot of people say that the automatics in both the Camaro and the Mustang tend to be faster than the manual transmissions, 0 to 60. I don't know if that's true. I do know that they are quick. And we're about to find out, aren't we? Because I think we're going to do a 0 to 60.
Hell yeah, we got an open road. We got to do a 0 to 60. And this time I didn't hit the bump.
Yeah, thank you for not doing that. Now this is a much larger engine. The Mustang has a 5-liter V8. This is a 6.2-liter V8. So it is a very different type of
animal
feel. Different animal. Yeah, different animal. That's good. I would say that. Yeah.
And this car, they're all kind of retro cars, right? Because they're all harkening back to the glory days of muscle cars. But this one specifically with these gauges down here.
I love the gauges down there, even though some of them are kind of useless. Because the one thing you don't want to do is take your eyes off the road and then look down to see what your engine temp is. But it looks really cool, and looks are really what's important here, right?
And this interior is nicer than the Mustangs, right? The plastics are a little bit nicer. You've got French stitching. It just feels like they spent a little bit more money on it.
It does feel like more, and it recently it wasn't this nice. They actually upped their game a little bit to make a nicer interior. So it's nice that they actually listened to people who were criticizing how cheap the other interior was.
All right, here's our closed road. Let's see what this one does, 0 to 60. I'm thinking it's going to be, what do you think? Certainly in the fives.
Yeah, see, the Mustang was 5.55.
Yeah. Ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
There we go. Ooh, a little bit of black. There comes the power.
Ooh, it's much more serious.
And there's 60. There you have it, 5.76. 5.76.
The Mustang hooked up a little bit faster, it felt.
It did feel a little bit faster, but give or take a tenth of a second, they're pretty
damn close.
Pretty damn close, yeah. I mean, I'm sure if we were to do it again, we'd probably get a different time and get them
closer and closer.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, guys. We cannot control the air temperature outside, and it is warm. Although we are nearly at sea level here. It's just basically what you do with real-world testing. So if you're about to go on a freeway and you just punched it, just like we did, you might have a similar time.
It's very similar to the Mustang, but I have to say the Mustang feels a little bit more nimble. This feels more of like a cruiser, and the Mustang feels more like a sports car.
Yeah, the Mustang feels like it's up on its tippy toes, ready to dance, whereas in this one, feels a little bit more serious and a little bit more hunkered down. I know that was done on purpose. I really enjoy flogging both of them. I really do. They're just so much fun to drive hard. But I think that the Mustang may have the edge on fun to drive just a little bit because you can actually see out of it. This one can scare you a little bit when you're driving because you literally cannot see out of certain angles. Yeah,
this is certainly, I'd call the Challenger the bad boy of the bunch, but this one certainly has a lot of attitude.
Now this is pissed off. This is a pissed off car. The Challenger's not as pissed off as this car. This one, it's mad at you for even driving.
What say you, Nathan?
Whoa. Love me the sound of a Hemi.
Now, it's the least powerful of the three, but it still sounds good.
Oh, it sounds great. Don't get me wrong. I mean, any good V8 sounds good, but this one, it's actually a little bit more sophisticated than I thought it would sound, and it's still gratifying.
And it's a Hemi.
It's a Hemi.
All right, Nathan, the newest of the bunch.
And the newest in terms of updates.
Yes, this is 2015. The other two are 2014s, obviously. And I have to say, they have really upped their game in terms of the interior.
Thank you guys so much for making all places that you would put an arm or another body component very comfortable.
Yeah, this is padded actually. The other two were hard plastic.
Yeah.
Here it's nice and soft.
Yeah,
By far, biggest car of the bunch.
By far the biggest car,
yeah.
And by far the most comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah, you can actually put people in there, they wouldn't threaten to behead you. Yeah, yeah. Exactly. It's actually realistically drivable four-person car. And now, it feels the biggest, Nathan.
It does, and it is.
It drives the biggest.
It does drive big too. Now here's the thing, guys. I know you're going to notice that he's shifting. It's because we had the 6-speed manual with this. There is an 8-speed automatic option, which is actually faster. But
couldn't get our hands on one.
Couldn't get our hands on one.
You know, we tried, but they only had actually 2 of these.
Yeah.
Too many damn Hellcats, Nathan.
And all the Hellcats and also the 392s.
Yeah.
And like 1 or 2 of the V6s, which by the way, those are sweet cars too. This particular model is sort of right there with the Mustang and the Camaro in terms of being the mid-level fast sports car. This one has a much more comfortable, quieter interior. This one has much nicer seats. And it has the best materials, by far.
What's the price?
This one is $38,075.
It's the cheapest.
It's the cheapest out of all of them,
It's
too.
also a manual, so I'm sure the automatic...
I'm sure the automatic is a little bit more.
And do they have the MPG?
It's 18 MPG combined.
All right.
That's with this stick, and I'm willing to bet the automatic's even better.
This is going to be up to me this time because I'm shifting this.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. What do you say? I'm going to say it's going to be in the 5s. What do you think?
Yeah, I think we'll do the 5s even with 2 people. Yep.
All right. Not a great hookup. Come on, 60 in it. Oh.
You know what, though? You bogged at the beginning.
And I couldn't hit 60 in second gear. That's going to be trouble.
Ah.
You know what that means?
I'm going to try it again.
I have to try again. Yeah. That means we're going to do it one more time. Bogged a little bit. Come on. Whoa.
Wow.
Wow.
Do you want me to do it?
Yeah. If you want to try it, give it a shot.
Yeah.
There you go.
6.24.
That was not bad. 6.24, guys. 6.24. And I'm sure if we had the automatic, we'd knock it down below 6. That second to third shift is what kills you.
Yeah, and you know, on top of all that stuff, guys, this car with the manual transmission, it's still putting out less horsepower than the other 2 cars.
So it's going to be slower, but it seems to be your heart's throb favorite.
I love this car. I absolutely do. I would rather have the bigger engine, of course. I'd rather have the Hellcat because you can never have too much horsepower. But I gotta tell you, just the RT alone, great car.
All right, Nathan, so I'm not sure what we proved, but we know that the Camaro is the most expensive and the most powerful.
Yes, it is.
And the Challenger has the most up-to-date transmission, an 8-speed.
That's right. You can get the 8-speed with it, and it's the cheapest amongst all 3.
That's right. It's the cheapest at $38,000, and of course the Mustang is going away, and the new one's coming. So we'll have to do this all over again.
We'll have to. I don't want to do the running part. We'll do it all over again. But the point is, guys, is that the new Challenger, well, it's new, all over new transmission, new interior, and even though it doesn't have the most power, it certainly drives like it does.
Now, this has been a really impromptu review. Obviously, we didn't have a lot of chance and a lot of time to do this, but if we get them to Colorado, we'll do a full review of all 3.
Hell yeah.
As always, this is Roman.
And Nathan.
Saying thanks for watching, and check out the Fast Lane Car, tflcar.com for
news, views, and real-world reviews.
Ciao. See you next time.